Hello guys, welcome back. This is Jonathan Gardner. I've been playing this game a lot, Dungeons 3, which harkens back to an earlier game I used to play a long time ago, called Dungeon Keeper. Fantastic fun. So I did the main campaign once and I want to do it again.
Everything has an end.
And
it was time.
so
After her training, Talia was now ready to...
let's do this. Let's just play this game together. The story's kind of funny.
Time ago.
It's kind of stupid, but it's kind of funny too.
The
so
absolute evil
I'll get out of the way. Let you guys listen
in
to
the
the story.
famous predecessor to this game, subjugated the known world and defeated good. Now, in a world full of blackness and despair, it spent its days sipping cocktails from the skulls of its enemies and forging new plans over a grilled unicorn kebab. Unfortunately, there wasn't much left to forge. A few orc wedges, the occasional trick played on the little snots. There just wasn't anything left to conquer. As the weeks and months passed, the absolute evil grew ever more reticent and seclusive. From time to time, one could hear a slight murmur from the depressed evil's secret laboratory in the depths of the dungeon. Its creatures grew more worried with each passing day, and even started to miss its ingenious evil tricks. It was a somewhat confusing time for them. No beatings, no torture, and no being sent to a senseless death. On the other hand, it was a rather nice change. Eons passed, and the unicorn supply dwindled until suddenly, one wonderful day, the evil genius evil joyfully burst from its secret laboratory. It finally had a new goal. An unknown continent, as often found in sequels, lay to the east, sheltered from the wicked evil by naught but a puny little ocean. It immediately had a fleet built. This was so powerful that it covered the horizon from north to south and was manned by the best and most powerful creatures at the devious evil's command. The fleet set sail for the crossing to this new continent, left the harbor, and sank.
If you're interested, historically this is what happened to the Mongolian hordes trying to invade Japan. It's where we get the word
to design
kamikaze
an
from.
even more powerful fleet. These new ships were gigantic. Loaded with devious evil's second-best creatures, the fleet set out. And that sank as well. The annoyed evil saved his relentless anger towards the shipbuilders for later. Obviously, it would have to take care of the matter itself. With a sigh, it cast a spell and created a shadow of itself, a creature of absolute darkness and evilness. This shadow flew across the water towards the east. There, it would find a vessel, a corruptible being that would subjugate this land in the name of evil, and the shadow had the perfect target in mind. The great paladin Tanos, hero of the totally Eastern Kingdoms and a repugnantly good fellow. He was visiting the fatiguing library in Twistram with his comrades to see his foster daughter Talia.
Well now, Talia, tell me about your studies. Are you making progress with the writings of the ancient sages?
Yes, dear father, I have thoroughly digested it and have come a step closer to the good. The desire within me to do evil is defeated.
Really? Excellent! I am proud of you, my child. Continue to concentrate on your studies. I must go to Stormbreeze to clear up a few matters. I'll be back soon. In the meantime, my loyal friend Grimly will protect the country. Should anything trouble you, you can turn to him. Isn't that right, Grimly?
Aye, of course, Tanos. I'll keep an eye on the damned elf. Your daughter. You can count on me.
Then I'll see you soon, my friends. May the goddess watch over you, and the light burn eternally.
Bon voyage, dear father. I'll make you so proud of me. Who does good is good.
Yuck. Disgusting phrases like that always leave such a nasty taste in my mouth. These abnormally good heroes, on the other hand, had no inkling of the malignity gathered to the south. One moment a herd of sheep was peacefully grazing, and the next moment, whomp! With a fulminant explosive effect that ate up half our special effects budget, the shadow entered the world. His target, a dark elf caught between good and evil, was very close. As the shadow of the unspeakably evil moved through the world, all around it died. Plants withered. Animals perished. Sort of like a picnic with my family.
Can I smack the rabbits? Nope. No. I'm sorry. I don't want to smack the rabbits. Anyway.
The shadow of the far-off evil found itself very, very close to Twistram. It could practically feel its target's presence.
So if you're familiar with Dungeon Keeper, this kind of overland play is foreign to it. But
there's a pile of
I think it makes it. It doesn't really hurt the game. I think it makes it a little more fun. It gives a purpose to building up an army.
Sorry, I'm still in training.
Yes, well, that is somewhat suboptimal. Naturally, the shadow of the almighty evil was an incredibly powerful creature. But, well, light was a bit of an issue. It would certainly be wise to stay out of the lantern light. The shadow reached the entrance to Twistram. Fortunately, this one was not closed, but it was brightly lit. Luckily, there was an unfortunate guard on patrol that the shadow was able to possess, thanks to its incredible powers. As long as it wasn't in the light.
So you do have to pay attention to the narrator. He'll tell you how to play the game.
The shadow of absolute evil melded with the guard and took control of his body. Thus, it was able to pass through the gate with ease.
I remember there's a couple things that I wanted to do here the first time through, but I wanted to get to the actual gameplay.
Wrong with that last beer.
Unfortunately, the shadow's possession only lasted a short while before the guard was able to free himself. Still, it was long enough to get past the gate. The shadow's target was close, so close. Talia, the dark elf. Soon she would fight on the side of evil.
May the goddess be with you, my friends. It will soon be time to open the orphanage in the fatiguing library. Come to the big square and join in the festivities.
Well, I don't know.
I had actually kind of planned to spend the evening in the bathhouse.
Friends, this orphanage is very important to my father. Tanos, you know, the mighty paladin, the one you really don't want to offend.
Yeah, all right, we'd love to come.
Excellent! May the light of the goddess shine upon you, and let us experience this exhilarating spectacle in the big square together. Follow me, my friends, for evil, the light, I mean. Keep the light burning bright, for the night is dark and full of terriers
cheesy.
Or errors or something like that.
Anyway, all right. So, this is, in terms of gameplay, this is kind of weird that this whole first level really doesn't... I guess it gets you used to the overhead view of when you're over the dungeon. But otherwise, it's... like, there's no possession mechanic that happens outside of this level. A lot of the levels have things that only happen on that level. So, this is like one of those weird things that you can do. So obviously we're going to take that wizard over. Alright, get him going.
Stop holding the lantern in my face like that, boy. I am Grimly, king of the dwarves.
I guess it's kind of like, those games where they have like the credits at the end of the game. It's completely different. There's like a little mini game or something that happens there. What's over here? I don't remember. I can't get through that way, can I? Except they're doing it at the beginning with the credits, which is cool. These people do deserve
In the distance, one could hear the unbearably good bells of a church. They must be marking the opening of the orphanage in the fatiguing library. Heroes with lanterns began to stream in that direction. The crossing on a red signal evil shadow swore, or would have if it had a mouth, and tried to avoid the lanterns as much as possible.
And in the name of my father Tanos, I'm glad to see so many of you here of your own free will.
Yeah, free will. No. The light will harm. I'm trying to get the achievement where you don't get harmed at all. The other one is you have to use her firebomb. There we go.
Finally, the time had come, and the shadow of the passes in the slow lane evil.
My dear father would be very proud were he with us today. He would be overjoyed to see us give the young and the needy a place to live and thrive. That's why I'm happy to take this orphanage and destroy it utterly, and all of you with it.
Yay.
What did she say?
Die!
Okay, hold on. Let's stop.
I feel
Is
the
this the
power within me. Oh, it's over 9,000!
Unimagined powers surfaced in Talia. The black magic of the Dark Elves. She immediately began to unleash these powers of chaos upon the world.
Let's try this again. Okay. Take this and go bam.
I will kill you all!
Oh, that's cool. 9,001.
The Dark Elf raged through Twistram's inexperienced guards. She thereby built up a tremendous inner energy, which she released into the world as a focus beam, while screaming, Kamehameha!
Oh,
Meanwhile, in the fatiguing library, they waited eagerly with coffee and cake for Talia to show up and open the new orphanage. The energy beam hit the cake with a resounding zap and reduced it to ashes. Oh yes, and the rest of the building and everyone inside it as well. The narcissistic evil patted itself on the shoulder for this. Or it would have, but the metal armor always made such a terrible clonking noise when it tried. But then again, that's what little snots are for. Obviously, the Dispatch Shadow had found a perfect vessel in the Dark Elf. Talia had already earned the title of Employee of the Month, with the utter destruction of the fatiguing library, as well as half of Twistram.
There's a statue.
The destruction of an orphanage and the bombardment of innocent citizens with magic missiles immediately made her the minion-wasting evil's new favorite henchperson. Her evil deeds complete, Talia withdrew into the vaults beneath the ruins of the fatiguing library. There, between the slaughterhouse and Mad Archbishop Lazarus's apartments, she prepared to create something powerful in the name of the absolutely ultimately evil. A dungeon heart, the cornerstone of any dungeon's power. Far away, Paladin of Light and Talia's former mentor, Tanos, was on his way to the Empire's capital of Stormbreeze. Naive and trusting as he was whistling cheerfully to himself, with no inkling of his foster daughter's dark deeds. Though he was aware
Welcome to the
that as a
fabulous
dark
generic
elf,
fantasy
she
city.
always had a core of evil in her. He had hoped to defeat it through religious indoctrination with ancient mad writings. Well, old bean, you thought wrong.
That was the first mission. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Everything has an end.
Let's go ahead and do another
It
mission
was
here.
time. After her
Oh,
training,
what is this?
Talia was now
wanna
ready
do the
to
last
face
mission.
Tanos in the final battle and defeat him.
Did we get it all?
The shadow
Destroy
of
9 Harrows? No, I
absolute
didn't
evil
get that.
The shadow of
Had to get that
absolute
one, though.
evil.
Okay,
had
let's do
crossed
the next one.
sea
New rooms
now
and
sought
creatures.
the Twistram in ruins.
Let's do it.
Talia, the
Yes! Yes! The ultimate evil!
Twistram looked like the leftovers from a heavy metal concert.
What? What have I done? Oh no! I've fallen to evil again. Father will be beside himself. He was right when he said, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Although,
Foreshadowing!
it was fun to be evil. Burning things, pillaging, and showing those nasty goody two-shoes where the hammer hangs. They just look down at me anyway. My revenge will be terrible.
Yeah, you're totally abused.
While Talia was delivering a typical
you've been
villainous
basically given
monologue,
everything
something happened
anyway.
around her. From the depths arose a pulsating crystal filled with the magic-savvy evil's power. A dungeon heart. Not to be confused with those dungeon hearts from other games. We don't want to be sued again.
I thought they just said that she created the dungeon heart herself. Whatever.
What seems to be your goggle?
Secret mental messages were exchanged between Talia and the mentally savvy evil's crystal. We could explain this in detail at this point, but that would require a 3-hour monologue on my part, and I am definitely not being paid enough for that.
Right then. I will make these people suffer for mocking me. Father's henchmen never liked me anyway, and always insulted me, calling me pointy-eared. It's time for my well-deserved revenge!
So she's gonna
The
kill
game
people because they
logic
called her
internalizing
pointy ears.
evil
But anyway,
had given
that is
Talia
evil.
an assignment. Out there on the surface were shamelessly good places in urgent need of destruction.
Nah, no problem.
This is most of the
I'll
game
take
here. I
care
just
of
tell
it.
the...
I
I give orders to... Oh, and I have to smack them too and laugh. I have to press the L key.
The strategically
If you smack them, they work
well-versed evil
faster.
Did not
So
send
what I'm
its
gonna do
new
is just-
general into battle alone.
Anyway.
A dungeon had to be built, and creatures hired to provide
What do
her
we
with a
s-
powerful army.
Oh, I found a
Of
whole room of
course,
treasure.
the sophisticatedly thinking evil
Armor
already
bonus.
knew
Let's give
which
that to
way the
Talia.
wind blew in a dungeon. However, should it be
There you
hit by
go.
short-term memory loss, it could effortlessly look up things in the fabulous almanac.
Which, yeah, I looked up things in the almanac and it really wasn't that useful. I basically remembered how to play from the old Dungeon Keeper days. So we can just keep mining things. What can we build? We can build... Oh, that's not what I want.
The new
research.
improved research menu TM
do
opened
that.
and gave an
And some
overview
evil.
of currently available technologies. At the moment, the selection was still limited, but that would change. After all, this evil crusade had only just begun.
So I could summon creatures now. I don't have a place for them to stay. They're not going to like that. They need a place to rest, so I'm trying to debate where to build that right now. Let's see, they need 2x2s. Let's do it right here. That's fine. So this is where we go to attack them and where they'll attack us, so... You guys are working too slow. Work faster. See, they run. They work harder when you smack them. What is this one? Wage reduction. Who cares, man? I've never used that. I don't know how... It's kind of hard to tell who's making what money anyway. This is a very strange level. Okay, let's make the room for these guys to sleep in. I need to make chickens too. Let's do that over here. Let's make a big chicken room. There's some more creatures. What else can we do? Get some more of those guys. Get some of that. I need to collect the evilness in order to do anything else, really. Did it put it in. No, it did fine. Need more room. Alright, chickens are gonna go in here. Alright. You guys are working too slow. Get to work. I can also do some work myself. Let's go ahead and give this to the dwarf there. There he goes. Now he's not going to take so much of my money. Let's get some more of those dudes. Evil laugh. That's 6.
Payday.
We could actually do something here. So their beds take up 2 by 2, so you're going to build one of these rooms.
Throughout the
Oh,
underground.
hi. Pick up all the monsters.
Are you taking
Up
me?
2. Excellent. Let's get one more if I can afford it. Okay. Now I'm going to press F2 to grab them all, and then hold down right-click to grab them all here. It's going to automatically take me into Overland View.
Give your
F2 to highlight
orders.
them again. I can do like group them into a group, and I'll do that if I don't want to pick up all the monsters, all the dudes. We're going to go take some things to collect some evil.
Blinding beams of light met the dauntless
Oh, hello,
evil's
worms.
creatures. They briefly squinted at the disgusting brightness. Finally, they grinned, satisfied. At last, they were able to carry the battle to the good people and were not limited to protecting themselves in a dungeon. As the armies of evil reached one of those disgustingly good places that had survived the destruction of Twistram. The ice-cold hand, I mean evil, would deal with it immediately.
I'll try to use this. Go for it.
Ouch! Ouch!
She's getting hurt. Good to take down these novices. They will heal. There we go. We got him.
The little town of Good was destroyed and turned into a hotbed of evilness. Cracks formed on the surface, and something, guess, evil.
Yeah, I'm collecting evil now, so I can.
This evilness, in a
This.
practical spherical form, was the sweet lifeblood which flowed through the personified evil's veins. It stimulated the armies of evil and swelled their power. All this lofty blah blah without any impact on the game aside, it was another resource primarily or exclusively used for more powerful research. Delicious evilness flowed into the dungeon heart and filled it with power. New research
Okay,
was
let's
thus
take you
made
guys back
available,
now.
which would help the dungeon to even greater power. The impatient evil immediately began to research something.
What is going on here? I feel a disturbance in the force.
The
Let's
deeds of the
one of these things, they
conspicuous
Nagas
evil and its
heal your
henchmen had not
characters.
gone unnoticed. As a matter of fact, even a blind man could see the destruction they left behind them. As idiotic heroes do, they sent out a small patrol to scout the area.
Move out, men. Have a look around and report back to me. While I would love to accompany you myself, I'm currently teaching myself to play the ukulele.
Funny. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Probably it will be. Don't complain too much. Next one. And let's get one more of these guys so they can heal each other. And now we have a self-sufficient army that should be almost unstoppable.
Take me to the enemy! Time to take out the trash. Destroy them all!
Yay! Let's actually get this guy to drink that potion.
Ouch! What can I do for you?
So that green beam is them healing some of my monsters there. There we go. And I have to take out some buildings, I thought. Where do I... You're... Just drink that potion real quick.
What can I do for you?
Where am I supposed to attack? Let's go down this way. There we go. Take out that novice first before she heals somebody.
Ow!
It's payday.
I'm the Queen of Evil!
So you don't have to take them down to the dungeon. They will take care of themselves as long as they're over the... as long as you have stuff in the dungeon, they'll automatically transfer to monsters that are on the top. So that makes it a little easier. One of the mistakes I thought was I had to keep going down so they can get food and get money, but that is not the case.
Ta! Showed him.
Where am I supposed to go? Let's go down here, I think. Ah, these are the things I'm supposed to destroy.
The armies of evil here? Damn it all, how did that happen? Time to call out the heavy guns. Right, men, get ready to attack in waves. Excuse me, sir. Wouldn't it make more sense if we attacked all at once? Where's the fun in that? Wave
this guy's
after
almost
wave, that's a strategy for real men.
Thanks to the enemy's limited tactical finesse, their destruction was virtually unavoidable. So it was time to decorate for the victory celebration, to get the beer and hire the orc dancers.
Oh, I'd lost somebody.
Okay, maybe not orcs. I shudder at the
What?
thought.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They're going to be child's play. Leave them to me. I mean, hold them back and let them hit you while I deal with them.
Let's get some more minions. Alright, so we have another evil area here. Area that we can collect more evil from. Let's make more chickens. And need more of this stuff. Oh, there's a book down there. Armor bonus.
Your creatures have inadvertently dug into
Oh,
a
that's not
dragon's
good.
nest.
Take care of it, you two. All right. Let's see where we're at now.
Command me.
Make these guys stronger.
I am invincible.
By the goddess of light!
Well,
What happened here?
almost.
The whole city is in ruins. I drank a beer right over there just yesterday.
God, hey! You're not gonna get up.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Hey, where does this lead? We should take a closer look.
The second island of the good was mercilessly overrun by the strategically savvy evil's hordes and turned into an evil island. Soon, more of that exquisite evilness would be bubbling to the... Even better than in Dungeons 2. Not that I'm out to plug it or its fantastic add-ons or anything. I'd never do that.
So where can we go now? Let's head up here. Let's actually go here. Did they get my dungeon heart? A little bit. Let's get another one. Maybe a goblin. Oh, oh. What is this book? Critical hit bonus, huh?
Who do you want killed?
It's payday.
So what can I do? I guess I could just get all these guys and level her up to the max and get the maximum number of monsters, but it's kind of like, why? Let's just
Time
finish
to
the level.
take out the trash. Destroy them all.
All right, rogue, rogue, rogue. Kill the rogues. They tend to ignore the rogues. It's really annoying.
We have conquered the last lair of good.
More evil.
Good is more or less destroyed.
225 per minute. That's going to be a long
Good
time before I
thing
can get all the
switched
evil that I want.
sides.
In fact, the drooling evil had claimed all the evilness in these lands. Taking the rest of the camps would be a cakewalk. Easy as stealing candy from a baby. Candy from a baby? Simple. My ass. Ever tried it? The screaming and crying and fetching their parents and family as reinforcements, and those little beasts bite pretty damn hard. I have any personal experience, of course.
What is this?
Ultimate,
Life
chaotic,
regeneration.
absolute, whatever evil will be
take,
happy. I am. Father is gonna be so angry. Do you really know what you're doing? You wanted to be good. dedicated yourself to the light. Stop and really think about your deeds.
Can you please just stop with the golem thing? We already had too many Lord of the Rings gags in the last 2 games. Enough is enough.
Yeah, exactly. Just shut it, good me.
All right, that's it for this level. Yay! So I didn't build out my dungeon the full way, but I didn't need to. Besides, it's kind of pointless, unnecessary.
Talia and the destructive Evil's army
Yay!
had succeeded in destroying
forgot
Twistram
to laugh.
and the surrounding area.
Press L to laugh.
No longer existed in this land.
Why? What the hell happened here?
Apparently, not quite all of the good guys were defeated. The dwarven King Grimly, an old drinking buddy of Tanos the Paladin, was just touring the country with his exorbitantly large army to ensure everything was in order. Thank God, the foresighted Evil had provided for this contingency. The dungeon heart was charged with evilness and enough energy to act as a teleporter. For Talia, of course.
Ooh, good. Then all the best, brave warriors, and stop them! Right! I'm out of here.
With a plop, Talia dissipated and disappeared to a faraway and safe place. The rest of the sacrificing Evil's creatures looked astonished as their general fled, but only for a moment, as they already found themselves facing an unpleasant army of good.
This is the work of that damn pointy-eared wench. I always warned Tanos that those miserable dark elves couldn't be trusted. Criminals, the lot of them. But enough is enough. I'm going to find that shifty witch and use her ears as bookmarks.
All right, there we go. I lost one creature. Did it in 20 minutes. I think I'll wrap up this episode. Next episode, I'll do the next one. Over time, they're going to add creatures, they're going to add rooms, add technology. It's going to be more fun. And then near the end of the game, it gets ridiculously fun. So, anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this. I don't know why this game is so much fun for me. Is it the smacking of the snots? Is it the evil laughs? I don't know. I think it's a combination of, there is a lot of strategy behind how you build your base. There's a lot of freedom in how you build your base. And the overland stuff is, it's fun. It's okay. It doesn't get in the way. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Ups and downs.